Hi folks, a bit of UK politics here today. Just doing a quick video about the coronation of a new monarch that's taking place tomorrow here in the UK. And I'd just like to tell people that I don't support what's going on, that they're basically transferring power from one unelected person to another, and I thoroughly disapprove of this. I won't be protesting in the street tomorrow because, one, I don't protest in the street or do symbolic stuff. I try to do constructive, real things, like, for example, my campaign to stop meat being eaten is to just not eat meat myself and just tell people about that rather than going around with banners and stuff. I think that the trouble with protest is they can lead to backlash and add to human conflict, which is a big thing that I'm trying to campaign against. But another reason is also that they've really made the government getting a bit authoritarian about this. I think anyone who protests the monarchy could end up in trouble, and my life isn't such that I can just suddenly disappear to jail or whatever. So I've been cowed to some degree by that. But I totally support the people who will be protesting in the street tomorrow. I'm just doing my little bit with this video. There is a petition that I have signed, which is on the government petition website, and I will put a link to that one. If you're watching this video in more than 6 months from today, I think the petition won't be there. It's only a limited time petition. It only stays up for 6 months, I believe. So I have done a previous video 6 years ago called Anti-Monarchy, in which I laid out in 8 minutes why I think the monarchy is a bad idea. In brief, I think hierarchy is really bad. It's horrible for the people on most levels in the hierarchy, but it's also, especially at the bottom, but it's also a mad way to do things. It tends to result, I think, in mad, really, decisions that just don't make any sense, like things like going to war and so unprovoked wars and so on. And also it's a crazy allocation of resources, and it's a horrible way to brings out the worst in us, having a hierarchy, I believe. I don't think it's particularly nice in the case of the royal family in the UK. I don't think it's particularly nice for them because they're living in this golden cage, the kind of goldfish bowl where everybody's watching them and so on, and it's quite difficult. I don't think they have easy lives. I didn't say anything when the last monarch died last year because I wanted to respect the family's grief, but now this coronation tomorrow is just to celebrate the beginning of the new reign, which actually officially started as soon as the last monarch died. But this is the kind of official proclamation of the thing, so now seems to be the appropriate time to express alternative points of view. So the media often talk about replacing the monarch with an elected head of state. I believe this is pointless. I think that is another bringing in another type of hierarchy, which I can understand why the media love hierarchy because they're at the top of the pile. And to be fair, most people believe in hierarchy, so they probably believe we need to have some sort of head of state. I believe Switzerland has 6 people as the head of state or something like that. So you think you can have multiple people as head of state. So I don't think, and the head of state doesn't do a whole lot as far as I can see. The main political thing the monarch can do in the UK is choose a government in times of hung parliament or the parties are in deadlock. But we could clearly appoint, put that down, give that job to the Speaker of the House, or basically there's no real need to have that role. We can just tighten up the rules a little bit, and ultimately sorting out a messed up parliament is really always comes down to the members of parliament themselves anyway. So those are the reasons I'm not going to be celebrating tomorrow, and I hope that people peacefully make a change in the UK. Things are moving in the right direction, I think, in the opinion polls, but I think the monarchy is still popular, but I hope that changes over the coming years. All the best.